Hi, I'm Jamey from Stonemaier Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanism in the adorably named Anemone must not follow trick-taking game. So in this game, there are 5 different suits. Here are the suits right here. So here are the 5 different suits. And so if one player leads with, say, a purple card, no other players are allowed to follow with a purple card. They have to follow with a different card. If you can't follow, instead of playing a card into the trick, instead you simply discard a trick or a card from your hand into your discard pile, into your score pile, which actually ends up being points at the end of the round. At the end of the round, for every card that you've won or that you have in your score pile, you gain 1 point. You also gain an extra point for 3 5s, 8s, 3 5s, and 8s. You can see how the 8 is colored a little differently than, say, the 10s. You get bonus points for winning those cards. So there are certain cards that are specific targets, and I like that mechanism in the game where all cards aren't exactly equal. Every now and then, if you see an 8 in the trick or a 5 or a 3, then you might have an extra incentive to actually try to win that trick. But I haven't played actually many must not follow or don't follow trick-taking games. And this was an interesting twist. The idea that in most trick-taking games, if I lead with a blue card, then other players, if they have a blue card, must follow that. But that isn't the case here. You must not follow. You must have a diversity of colors in the trick. And if you can't play that, you can't play. So it leads to a very different style of hand management where you're generally trying to win the tricks because you get more cards that way. And so you're trying to kind of keep all of your suits as even as possible, and yet you still want high numbers so you can actually win those tricks. So this whole idea, I know there are not many, but there are some games out there, some tricking games that use this same must not follow mechanism. I talked about one recently called Aurum. But it's new to me, and so it was really refreshing to have this different mindset as I'm managing my hand and figuring out which cards to play at any given time. So the whole mechanism of not being allowed to follow is interesting to me, as well as the idea of certain cards having extra values, extra points added to them. Those are my thoughts on Anemone. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your favorite mechanism, if you've played this, or if you have a favorite must not follow trick-taking game. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks.